Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G smartphone was launched in 7th August 2019. The phone comes with a dynamic AMOLED 6.8-inch touchscreen display with an aspect ratio of 19:9. It is powered by a 1.9 GHz octa-core Samsung Exynos 9825 processor that features 4 cores clocked at 1.9 GHz, 2 cores clocked at 2.4 GHz, and 2 cores clocked at 2.7 GHz. It comes with 12 GB of RAM. As far as the cameras are concerned, the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G on the rear packs quad camera setup consisting of a 12 megapixel primary camera with an 1.5 to 2.4 aperture, a second 16 megapixel ultra-wide lens with an 2.2 aperture, a third 12 megapixel telephoto lens with an 2.1 aperture, and a fourth time-of-flight 3D VGA camera. The rear camera setup has face detection autofocus. There is a 10 megapixel camera on the front for selfies with an 2.2 aperture. The front camera also features autofocus. The Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G runs One UI based on Android 9 Pie and packs 512 GB of inbuilt storage that can be expanded via microSD card up to 1 TB. It's a dual SIM smartphone that accepts nano SIM and nano SIM cards. This device is powered by a 4300 mAh battery with 45 watt fast charging support. It also supports 15 watt fast wireless charging. This smartphone also supports face unlock. It was launched in Aura Black, Aura Glow and Aura White colors. Huawei Mate 30 Pro smartphone will be launched in October 2019. The phone comes with a 6.53-inch OLED touchscreen display with an aspect ratio of 18.5:9. It is powered by an octa-core high-silicon Kirin 9907 nanometer processor. It comes with 8 GB of RAM. As far as the cameras are concerned, the Huawei Mate 30 Pro on the rear packs quad camera setup consisting of a 40 megapixel main shooter and 8 megapixel telephoto lens and a 40 megapixel ultra-wide lens along with a 3D time-of-flight camera. There are two cameras on the front for selfies. One is 32 megapixel and another is 3D time-of-flight sensor. This device is based on EMUI 10 on top of Android 10 and packs 256 GB of inbuilt storage. It is powered by a 4500 mAh battery with 40 watt fast battery charging and 27 watt wireless charging support. It was launched in black, space silver, cosmic purple and emerald green colors. The Huawei P30 Pro is the best smartphone when it comes to photography. The Huawei P30 Pro is so close to being the best smartphone right now, and for some people it's already in the top spot. It's the best phone we have used when it comes to photography with 5x and 10x zoom capabilities and fantastic low light performance. The large 6.47-inch screen on the P30 Pro may only have a full HD+ resolution, but it's bright, clear and colorful, providing an excellent canvas for your apps and games. The Huawei P30 Pro packs a 4200 mAh battery, which is larger than those in pretty much all of its rival. The Huawei P30 Pro packs in a Kirin 980 chipset and 8 GB of RAM, giving the handset plenty of power under the hood. This means the P30 Pro is capable of handling any app you throw at it, with fast load times and the ability to render graphically demanding games such as PUBG on the highest settings without skipping a bit. There's no worry when it comes to P30 Pro potentially running out of juice. The battery life here is excellent. The Huawei P30 Pro's standout feature is its camera setup. It's the feature Huawei is marketing the phone around, and for good reason, as a camera phone it's excellent. On the rear, you will find a quad camera array comprising of 40 megapixel main sensor, 8 megapixel telephoto camera, 20 megapixel ultra-wide-angle lens, and time-on-flight depth sensing camera. The cameras of P30 Pro sets a new standard for the entire mobile industry. Its 4 rear cameras are quite simply astonishing. The design is eye-catching and powerful. It is providing good 5x and 10x zoom, and a digital 50x zoom, which gets you insanely close to the objects far off in the distance. Its low light capabilities are also top-notch. The P30 Pro not only sets a new standard for Huawei, it sets a new standard for the entire mobile industry. It's a true flagship smartphone. After years of walking in the shadows of Apple and Samsung, the Chinese phone maker is stepping into the light and forging a new path with its new Android smartphone, the OnePlus 7 Pro. With a premium glass and metal design, a sharper notch-free display, a pop-up selfie camera, a faster and more responsive in-display fingerprint sensor, and a triple camera system on the rear, the OnePlus Pro has more than enough going for it to earn its Pro name. That said, the OnePlus 7 Pro is still cheaper than the top phones from Samsung, Apple, Sony and Huawei, so it's not going to break the bank, and with its pop-up camera party trick and glorious all-screen design, there's a lot to love. There's a whole lot of screen on the OnePlus 7 Pro. With a 6.67-inch QHD display, free of notches, punch-hole cameras and any oversized bezels. The front of the phone is pretty much all screen and it looks great, with a colorful punch thanks to the AMOLED panel. We found the OnePlus 7 Pro could last more than a day on a single charge, which is great news and something not all handsets in our phone list can do. There's a triple camera setup around the back of the OnePlus 7 Pro, with Sony's 48 megapixel sensor, your main snapper, but with telephoto and wide-angle secondary options too. It's a solid snapper, but it doesn't quite challenge the likes of Google Pixel 3 range. However, there's something fun on the front. Not that you can see the front-facing camera, that's because it's hidden in the body and pops out of the top of the phone when required. The OnePlus 7 Pro is closer to delivering everything you want from a flagship phone than any previous OnePlus handset, while still being able to undercut the big-name competition.